Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name.
From the east comes owner of the Bandits, Adrian. Adrian hails from the Windy City, and after winning the rights to the Bandits last year, took them in a new direction, and continued the Bandits' bitter feud with the Soga King's disciple. He then swung some trades to form the dynamic duo of Andre Johnson and Randy Moss. This year, the Bandits are riding higher than ever with help from his new tag team of Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson. Adrian is a bold owner who isn't afraid to drop struggling big-name players and take a gamble on a prospect, which showed last week when he picked up Charlie Batch, who went on to throw 3 touchdowns. Fun fact, Adrian is the tallest owner in the league, with a height of, much taller than Dan. From the west is Beans Deep owner Matt Segovia. Matt is from sunny Arizona and works in the accounts receivable department at Republic. Matt is an avid football fan with some great insights, however has the unfortunate problem of being a sad Cardinals fan. Matt is always planning weeks ahead and will look to pull off some long-term trades if the price is right. Fun fact, Matt is the second tallest owner in the league, also at a height of taller than Dan. He also enjoys getting so drunk during Cardinals games that he doesn't mind if they win or lose.
And they're always glad you came.
Now it's time for the matchup previews for Week 4. We have decided to try a slightly different format this week for the previews. Now with me is Dick Cumslurper, who will be making his picks, as well as a mystery picker whose identity will be revealed next week. After the show, we encourage the fans to go to the message board where you can make your own predictions. Alright, so now a few picks have been made already, so we're going to go through a quick rundown, and then we're going to get to our 2 spotlight matchups at the end here. So let's get started. Bus Boys versus Shankers. The mystery picker took the Bus Boys to win. What you did? Yes, well I'm taking the Shankers in the upset. Okay, we've got the Federal Reserve versus the Cicero UIW ND Frame. Mystery picker took the defending champs, the UIW ND Frames. Yes, I'm going to take the Federal Reserve. They're going to maintain that role until the bye weeks really start to sink their teeth into that lineup. Okay, we got the Bandits versus Bear Power. Mystery picker is taking the Bandits. I will also take the Bandits. They're just way too hot right now. Alright, we've got the Jesuits versus the No Cowboys Allowed team. Mystery picker likes No Cowboys Allowed to pick up the win. You know what? I think it's the end of the road for the No Cowboy Allowed Dream Wagon. And this is the week Joliet picks up the big win. Give me the Jesuits. Alright, and we've got the Poopy Stains versus John Cena. Mystery picker is taking John Cena. What do you think, Dick?
Yes, well the Poopy Stains, they're in big trouble. They've got a huge bye week hit taking its toll, so I'm going to take John Cena, and this is also going to be my lock of the week.
Alright, and our first spotlight matchup is Beans Deep versus Breezes Christ. Both teams are 1-2 and have run into some bad luck. Beans Deep is scoring well but keeps running into high-scoring opponents. Breezes Christ, meanwhile, has kind of struggled to score. What do you see going on here, Dick?
Well, Beans Deep keeps putting up points in bunches, but their biggest struggle is their inconsistency. Phillip Rivers and Chris Johnson are money in the bank, but otherwise Beans Deep is fairly boom or bust. On the other side, Breezes Christ has to be concerned with the health of Drew Brees as he tries out his new knee brace. But all reports say there's no worries. And, well, Breezes Christ has dealt with underperformances all year from some of their big guns. But I think this is the week things start to come together, starting with Sean Green. I believe the Jets are going to force feed him in garbage time to boost his confidence and his fantasy points against those terrible Buffalo Bills. While Beans Deep is littered with players with huge upside, I think this week Breezes Christ hits its stride and picks up the win.
Alright, our mystery picker is going to take Beans Deep in this matchup, and he said, quote, never bet against Beast Mode.
Beast mode. That's a little bit of beast mode.
Now, for the matchup of the week, our second spotlight is going to be on this week's main event, and it's going to be the Brothers War, as the 0-1-2 Phoenix Fire take on the 2-1 Soa King's Disciples. So, give us the lowdown here, Dick. What do you think?
Last week, the Phoenix Fire got torched by the high-scoring Federal Reserve team thanks to Anquan Bolden, who was a one-man wrecking crew hauling in 3 touchdowns. Now, the Fire still scored well enough and, still don't have a win to show for it. The Fire are a dangerous team in position to score well again this week. Aaron Rodgers is as dominant as ever and still loves his cheese. The running game for Phoenix is rounding out nicely, but they still have a big question mark at wide receiver. They really are counting on Steve Smith for some stability. Meanwhile, Team Little Brother, the Soa King Disciple, is aiming for a big win to stay in the hunt for first place. The Disciple took a tough loss last week to the Bus Boys, but look to bounce back with another strong week from their dangerous running back core. They also shored up their wide receivers with the earlier addition of Santana Moss, but have the unfortunate stigma of now rolling out the Washington Redskins offense. The Redskins can easily make or break the Disciples' fantasy week and put the burden on Soa King's running game. And Dan, let me tell you, that's exactly what I think is going to happen. I like the Eagles to come out and shut down the Redskins this week, and that's going to put the Disciple at enough of a disadvantage that I think the Phoenix Fire are going to swoop in and take their first win of the year on the biggest stage of the week.
Alright, and our mystery picker is going to take the Soa King's Disciples team. He says, quote, Little Brother will be seeking blood after he was eliminated from the Fantasy Republic baseball playoffs this year by his older brother Ricardo just 2 weeks ago. Our mystery picker also went on to say that he believes that Oscar issued a warning to Ricardo during baseball, that if Ricardo struck him down, he would become more powerful than he could possibly imagine. Our mystery picker has apparently been told the same thing before, and feels he understands the situation. Remember, now next week we will reveal the identity of our mystery picker, and he will be on the show. And remember to check out the message board and make your picks. Please remember to send in those emails to fantasyrepublic@gmail.com. Get those lineups in, and good luck in week 4.